right, well, it's Monday. I'm back in the Woodlands. I've been off for a few weeks. I was at a camp for a couple of weeks. Dr. Steve, he was on vacation for a couple of weeks. So we finally got back together. It's a rainy day here in the Woodlands, so I'm underneath their little parking thing. And the fun part about doing these outside of the facilities, people walk by and stare at me like I'm nuts. Well, guess what? I kind of am. That's why I'm here. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what he told me to be working on today. He said two things. One, he said get up before 7 o'clock every day this week. And that's when I karate chopped him right in his jugular and told him that he's not my real dad and he can't tell me what to do. The second thing he told me to do was eat breakfast first thing in the morning. So those are the two things I've got to work on this week, and here's why. Excuse me. I told him this. I said, hey, I struggle with staying busy and being motivated. Because like right now, I don't have regular office hours anymore at the Met. I only go in on Wednesdays. So I've got several days during the work week to where I honestly have no one telling me what to do when. Which that sounded great in the beginning. But I kind of know myself, and I kind of know what my tendencies are. My tendencies are to just kind of coast, just to be real honest with you. And that's where I have found myself on the weeks where I don't have a whole lot going, when I'm not at a camp or when I'm not doing some projects or something like that. I just kind of find myself just kind of sitting around and taking it easy and not being very motivated to do much. And then I feel guilty or shameful because I'm not doing much, and then I kind of dig myself further down. So we just kind of happened upon this subject, and I said, man, I just don't know, man, what do I do? And he said, well, you've got to have some discipline. And I was like, yeah, that's the thing that I don't have much of for the most part. He said, okay, then you've got to start building some routines. And I said, well, I tried to do that when this first started. Ashley and I sat down and we scheduled out our summer, and I scheduled out the next day and a little bit for the next week. And I said, I really stuck to that for like 4 days. And that was back in like April. He said, well, then you've just got to make some decisions. Like, are you wanting to get better at life, or just kind of keep ending up where you are? But okay, I got you. So we did. We talked about routines today, and I don't know how many of you struggle with this. Some of you type A's, you have the opposite problem, right? You just go. You stay busy 24/7, and then the people around you kind of suffer because of your busyness. And then there's maybe you're more like me, you're just pretty laid back and conserve energy. I mean, what he said was we got to have balance, right? Both of those extremes cause problems. And he said this, he goes, people that overwork themselves have too much stress and they die early. And he said people that underwork themselves have too much stress and die early. Like, huh? Okay. Well, that was new news for me. I thought I was conserving energy so that I might outlive all of you go-getters. But apparently that's not the case. So, this next week, my assignment is to begin to create some routines and some discipline in my everyday that that helps me kind of bring some balance back into what I'm doing. So I've got to get up early, and I've got to eat early, and I've got to set some routines, some tasks. And I don't know, I mean, that's not just some rocket surgery type stuff, but maybe some of you guys need to hear that. Maybe some of you that kind of struggle with motivation because maybe you're depressed, or maybe you just struggle with motivation. Maybe you just are in a job where you're not real motivated, or in a season of life where you're not real motivated. And you just need to find some routines, find some structure, find some discipline. That's what I'm going to be working on this week. That 7 o'clock deal, that's crazy talk, right? But I got to do it. I mean, I just paid that guy to tell me to get up in the morning. I am nuts.